Welcome to Workshop Wednesdays with Tony Gambone, where you will learn how to build your business and take it to the next level. Brought to you by the Tough Talk Radio Network. Now here's your host, Tony Gambone.
All right, welcome to the show. My name is Tony Gambone, and folks, we're well into June now. It's the 10th of June today. I'm excited for a couple of reasons. One, 8 more days I get to celebrate a birthday. Now, I know when you're in your late 50s, you really aren't supposed to get excited about that, but hey, I love getting presents, and it's a good excuse for me to show up on time to receive a gift or two from the family members. Anyway, we have a great show lined up here today. We always do on Workshop Wednesdays. It's the show that will allow the small business owner, solopreneur, entrepreneur, learn more about how they can have access to better in their life by hearing other people's challenges, accomplishments, and daily activities that allow them to move through their process. Now, every week I start off with a monologue, and before I get to that, I just want to take care of some housekeeping. You can find out about all the shows on Tough Talk Radio Network by going to toughtalkradionetwork.com. You can be a guest on the show by going to workshop-wednesdays.com. We're always looking for people to share their message, their journey here along in their world with us here in our world and with the world of listeners that we have, well, around the world. You can always call into the show, 347-989-1363. And today you're going to be able to hear from two young ladies, Rachel Crawford and Alice Sullivan. Two different areas of business, some great stuff, great journey, great story, great testimonies, and a great way for you to learn more. So I want to talk about something that's happened in my week. Actually, yesterday it happened. As a business owner, we kind of go driving along that path, that highway. We're on our journey. We know where we're trying to get to, but we always hit detours. And they're unexpected detours. Sometimes there's not even a sign there. Okay, the road's just blocked, and we have to figure it out. And that it's not easy. Actually, it's distracting, it's discouraging, and it's upsetting a lot of times. But if you think about it, life in general is the same way. I mean, if you're raising children, if you're growing a relationship, if you're newly married or been married for 25 years, never is every day simple. And for me, I'm blessed. I'm able to understand the value of reading my Bible in the morning and get some quiet time. But look, here's a spoiler alert. It's not over for the rest of the day. It doesn't eliminate any kind of struggles, detours, unplanned events, or things not going the way I want them. So getting through that is never easy. Now, of course, the day after, the week after, 2 months down the road, it's easy to kind of look back and see what you gained out of it. But at the time, it's very agitating. So let me take you on this little journey I was on yesterday. For 2 weeks, I've been promoting a webinar that I was going to do called 5 Ways to Ace Your Internet Radio Show. Now, a lot of people know that follow the show. I spent 20 years in the gaming industry. I worked in the casinos from the front line to the top line. So I pretty much had just about every job in the gaming area available and then ran the casino. So everything I do works off of some words, like the Gamble program. It's an acronym we use for growth, accountability, marketing, belief, leverage, and enjoyment. These are training programs. But I've been doing internet radio for over 6 years. And I started out when it wasn't even popular. And now podcasting is special and all these things. So people have been saying to me, Tony, do a webinar. I'm like, okay, I'll do one. So here it is 3 years later. I finally decided to do a webinar. So I bought a program, I bought software. I spent 2 months trying to figure it out. I had support help me. I had all these things. Did some practice shows. It went real good. I set it all up. I had sales pages done. I had everything ready to go. And it was supposed to happen at 5 o'clock Central Time yesterday. At at about 4:50, I go to log in to get on there ahead of everyone. And, of course, I had other people on different computers making sure it was coming up. Well, wouldn't you know it, the website came up. I mean, the webinar came up, but it said that the webinar had been deleted. And I'm like, that's impossible. I didn't do nothing. And then people started, of course, texting me, emailing me, Facebooking me saying, hey, did we miss it? It said it was deleted. Now, people got messages saying that it was coming on. It was scheduled. I mean, so if it was deleted, you would think that the system would automatically not send anything out. And even after the time frame was up, people got an email saying, listen to the recording. So now for 3 hours last night, this is all I had to put up with in my mind. So, I thought, well, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere, right? All joking aside, I got my wife and we went around the corner from where we live, and we just had went out and had dinner and just relaxed and tried to work our way through it. Looked up other platforms to use, kind of got a little agitated with different things. Now, with all the homework that I did, the software that I bought is very good stuff, supposedly. Now, I'm blaming it on my technical skills that I did something wrong. But have you ever done something where you go to a website and it says click on here for support, and you get this page that stares at you? And it has an automated question thing that you could ask or click on, and you get nothing out of it. Well, kind of like in business, right? You walk in, you're trying to do business with someone, you're talking to them, they stare at you like you're not there, or you're having someone do work for you, and you're having a conversation with them about what you want, and they don't really look like they even exist in the room with you. It's frustrating. How do you get past that? So for me, I figured, well, I'm just going to go on Facebook and tag the organization by asking questions using their name of other people who have been able to use that program. Were they successful? Did they find it easy to use? Have they had any success with it? And then I explained that maybe I just have a lack of skills. But the good news is I don't quit. I don't give up. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to wait for people to give me some feedback. But if you go to my Facebook page, Facebook.com/Tony Gambone, you'll see it on there, so you'll know what organization I'm talking about. And if you're using it, because I'm not here to bash anyone, if you're using it, give me your feedback. Maybe you could help me. But because in business, when things don't go the right way, we tend to get a little bit, well, for lack of better words, ignorant in our conversation and finger pointing to why it's not working. Now, I'm going to have to bet, because of my experience in radio, that I understand a little bit about technology, but I could also promise you I only know a little bit. And there's probably something that I did wrong, a little minor thing that will allow me no access to what I was doing. So here's the good news. As I sat back and thought about it, I seen that I had 49 people registered for it. I had probably over 20 people email me, text me, and Facebook me about it. So I was able to see that there were some people interested in it. Okay? So I know that I sent out an email blast and said it was going to be rescheduled because of technical difficulties that we just were in that situation. And so I know now that I'm excited because people want to hear it. So did you ever get ready to present something and weren't sure if people wanted to hear it? So there was a good side to it. And the other good side to it is I got a couple more days to practice it to make sure I get it right. And I can guarantee you, just like in your business, when you're driving down that highway of success, going towards the goals that you're trying to make, and you hit roadblocks and detours and potholes and speed bumps and just a bumpy path, I know that after you get through it, you can turn around and go, it was well worth it. Now, I understand it. But at the time, it's kind of frustrating. So I want to make sure that if you're in that piece in your life where things aren't going as smoothly as you would like, get ready, because it means something bigger is coming. And I know that's hard to believe because we're busy feeling sorry for what we don't have or what didn't happen or what the problem was or all of it that doesn't make any sense. But if you hang on to the passion that you have that made you want to do it from the beginning, you'll see at the end, you'll be able to have a conversation with a business owner, a friend, a spouse, or one of your children that allows you to explain to them the value of staying focused on what it is you're trying to do and not allow anything to disrupt that, because every day we get more opportunity to quit on something we're doing than anything else. So we got a great show lined up. Workshop Wednesdays, every Wednesday here at the Tough Talk Radio Network, coming to you live from the studios in Houston, Texas. And I'm excited about today. My first guest is a lady by the name of Rachel Crawford, and she's a assertive recovery specialist. Now, I'm sure that it's a little bit more grief than I put up with yesterday, but you take that word grief, right? What's the definition of it, and how deep does it have to go before it affects you? So a lot of times what I think is really important is to understand what it is that you want to do, why you want to do it, and how willing are you to go through anything to do it. So we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with Rachel Crawford. We're going to find out more about what got her to become a certified grief recovery specialist, okay, and a healing educator, and the co-founder of Creator, okay, at Teamotions. That's very good, Teamotions. So you go check it out while we go on commercial by going to Teamotions.T.com. We'll be right back after this here short break.
Are you looking to simplify your life and automate your business, but don't want to mess with learning multiple systems to do so? Good. You don't have to. Infusionsoft combines everything your business needs. Let the team at Growth Coaching Systems set up your email, CRM, and e-commerce into a single online system today. It's the easiest way to grow sales and save time. One monthly payment, one software to learn, and have it all on one dashboard. Infusionsoft. Get it now and market and sell like the pros. For more information or to sign up for Infusionsoft, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com/Infusionsoft.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listen to Internet radio in the last month? Or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year? And that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio media, where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Okay, welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays. My name is Tony Gambone. I'm your host every week from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time. And my first guest today, is Rachel Crawford. As I mentioned, she is a certified grief recovery specialist. And so what I want to do is bring her up and allow her to tell us more about it. Rachel, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, Rachel, what I like to do is I like the listeners to get to know the guest a little bit. So let's talk about where you're calling in from and where you're from originally.
I'm actually calling in from where I'm from originally. I'm from a little town called Ojai, California, which is in Ventura County near Santa Barbara.